Hey there elites, it's me, your boy Waddles. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. The Nether update is already shaping up to be a pretty bigly update. You know what I mean. Okay, maybe you don't know what I mean. What I mean is that there's a lot of features in the Nether update already, but there always could be more. The more is what today's video is all about. And today's video we'll be going over 5 super cool Nether update ideas. These are all features that I think would fit beautifully into the Nether update. If you enjoy this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, tap that subscribe button, and share this one with a friend. That would be pretty elite tier of you. The first idea that we'll be taking a look at today is a popular one. This is a brand new fancy exclusive enchantment known as Lava Walker. Back in the Minecraft 1.9 update, 2 super cool treasure enchantments were added. One of those treasure enchantments was, of course, the Frostwalker enchantment. Frostwalker is a really interesting enchantment. This enchantment literally makes it possible to walk on water. That's pretty cool. However, when it comes to lava, this enchantment cannot handle it at all. Frostwalker is only for water, definitely not for lava. And that is where we get to idea number 1, the Lava Walker enchantment. Now, I'm sure you've already heard about this idea already by this point. As soon as the Nether update snapshot started dropping, people in the community started asking for this enchantment because it would be really cool. Now, I should be really clear here. I don't have the Lava Walker enchantment. I have an enchanted pair of netherite boots named Lava Walker, so we will not be walking in any lava today. Now, if the devs were to actually add a Lava Walker enchantment into the game, it definitely should be a treasure enchantment just like the Frostwalker enchantment. That means you wouldn't be able to get it from the enchanting table. But I think there should be another twist to this enchantment. You see, lava is very hot. Most things in Minecraft, in fact all things in Minecraft other than netherite, cannot handle this stuff. If you were to drop your pair of diamond boots into the lava ocean, well, your diamond boots would be completely gone. I believe if implemented, the Lava Walker enchantment definitely shouldn't protect your boots in most cases from the lava. That means if you put the Lava Walker enchantment on a pair of diamond boots, then those diamond boots will let you walk on lava, and that'll be cool, but they will take quite a bit of durability damage while doing so, unless you get the enchantment on netherite armor. You see, when it comes to lava, netherite can actually handle this stuff. That would mean netherite boots would be best suited for the Lava Walker enchantment. If you had a pair of Lava Walker netherite boots, they would take 0 durability damage while walking on the lava. And I mean, just to balance things out a little bit, maybe the Frostwalker enchantment isn't best suited for netherite boots because they are so heavy. If you have Frostwalker on your netherite boots, maybe the ice breaks a little bit faster. Idea number 2 is an idea with a couple different names. This idea has to do with the zombified piglin. Still trying to get used to that name. As I'm sure you elites know, Minecraft has a couple name tag Easter eggs. Head over to a name tag with an anvil, name it something specific, and then use that name tag on a mob for a couple different effects. Minecraft currently has 3 different name tag Easter eggs. The first one is Jeb. This is only for sheep. It turns the sheep into a rainbow sheep. The next one is Dinnerbone. Dinnerbone will work on each and every mob in Minecraft. It will flip that mob upside down. It's actually pretty cool. The third one is the least known one of the bunch. It is Toast. If you name a rabbit Toast, it will look like this rabbit right here. I propose that the Nether update should bring one more name tag trick to Minecraft. That name tag trick is for the brand new zombified piglin. Now, I would say that the name tag name should either be Agnes or Jappa. Agnes has been on the team for a long time. She's a pretty big deal. Jappa is a little newer to the team, but Jappa has redone all of the textures in Minecraft pretty much. That's kind of a big deal. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a guy of change. I love this new model. It is beautiful, and honestly, in my opinion, I think it has a little bit more personality. The skull with the tusks, it's really cool looking. But with that being said, the zombie pigment was simply removed unceremoniously, and I think the creature deserves better. I mean, zombie pigment were originally added into Minecraft on October 30th, 2010. That is 10 years ago. I definitely think the game should evolve, so removing them, not a big deal. I think it's cool. Maybe it makes sense. But I think it would be a really nice tribute to the OG players like me, probably you as well, to be able to get the old zombie pigment skin back. This name tag trick would be pretty simple. It would work just like all other name tag tricks that are currently in Minecraft. get a name tag, name it something specific, use it on a zombified piglin, and boom, the old zombie pigment texture is back. Now, it would change nothing else, only the texture. It would be a pretty small thing, but a nice thing. Easter eggs are always cool, and it would be a nice tribute to the OG players, and of course, the OG zombie pigment. Gone too soon. Well, actually not. It was fine. I've got to give a big shout out and a lot of credit to my patron Stoffy for this next idea. This next idea has to do with netherite. I think the idea is amazing. Definitely a must-have. In the Nether update, to get netherite armor, first you'll need to find ancient debris. At this point, it is no secret at all that this stuff is rare. You could easily spend hours mining out the bottom of the nether only to find a small handful of this stuff. It is definitely a safe call to say that this stuff is the rarest stuff in the game. Seriously, if you haven't tried finding it yet, you're gonna be in for a surprise when you go and try and find it. It is nothing like finding diamonds at all. When it comes to finding ancient debris, the odds are definitely stacked against you. At most, you can find something like 5 ancient debris in a whole Minecraft chunk. That's from the bottom of the nether all the way back up to the top of the nether. Now, basically, a lot of blocks. Now, thankfully, the devs were kind enough to add a built-in safety when it comes to netherite. The stuff is immune to fire damage. It will never burn up in lava or fire. That is really good and definitely a nice reward at the least to players who may have spent hours to get this stuff. But the stuff still isn't immune to everything. Pretend something really bad happened. Like, I don't know how it happens, but something bad happened. You have a creeper that blows up your netherite that was on the ground somehow. Unfortunately, that netherite that was on the ground is now just gone forever. Like the creeper blew up the item and it's completely gone. Maybe just because you dropped it, or maybe something bad already happened to you. You died, you dropped all of your netherite on the ground, you try and get back, there's a creeper there, boom, blows up all your stuff. Now, thankfully, the blocks are blast resistant now. Creepers won't blow this stuff up, which is really good, but the items still are not. I think it would be a fair call to say netherite items should be unexplodable. If a creeper or anything explodes near them, they shouldn't go away. How does it work? Well, I don't know. You tell me how netherite doesn't burn up in the lava. I don't know how that works either. I think it would definitely be a nice addition to the material that is crazy difficult to get. If this feature were to be implemented and added to netherite items, that would mean the only real way to lose these things would be either A, despawning them on the ground, which is just cruel, or B, falling into the void. But I mean, if you fall into the void, you lose everything anyways. There's no way around that, so yep, sorry about that. Before we take a look at our next idea, I'd like to stop and say, if you're enjoying this video today and you'd like to see a part 2, drop a like on this one if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate it. The next idea has to do with soulfire and piglins. More specifically, this idea is all about a brand new mob or maybe even a boss. So piglin currently have this irrational fear of anything soulfire. Any and all soulfire is absolutely terrifying to these creatures. You can kind of torment them by putting them in a box like this and putting soulfire things all around it. And I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's very noisy though. But this fear is definitely irrational currently. In fact, the only justification that I can imagine for the piglins being afraid of this stuff is the fact that the fire is blue, which is just kind of weird because they're not afraid of anything warped. Warped nylium, warped blocks, that stuff's cool. But as soon as you pull the blue fire out, the piglins go screaming. I don't know, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So since we've eliminated the fact that it's not the color blue that the piglins are afraid of, why are they afraid of soulfire? It definitely can't be the fact that it's fire because, I mean, they live in the fire world. That would not make sense. They're also not afraid of normal fire. I think it would be really cool to see some sort of ultra aggressive, super strong soulfire mob or boss implemented in the Nether update. Now, if we're going to talk bosses, Minecraft does already have a boss that's sort of related to the soul stuff in the game. That boss is, of course, the Wither. To spawn the Wither in, you'll need 4 soul sand and 3 Wither skulls. Soul sand, soul, boom, there's a connection. Now, if we were talking bosses, we could pretty much copy this mechanic over, but use soul soil instead and maybe soul lanterns, but I don't know. That's sort of just copying the old one, so that wouldn't be too cool. Instead, maybe a pillar of soul soil with a soul torch, a soul lantern, or just soul fire on top. Again, though, that's sort of copying the old mechanic, so I don't know. The coolest way that I think something like this could be implemented is actually without a boss mob altogether. I think it would be really cool to see the Soul Sand Valley haunted by some sort of soul ghost mob. This soul ghost would absolutely hate the piglin, and lucky for the soul ghost is actually stronger than the piglin too, and that's why piglins are terrified of anything soul related. You see, I wouldn't call piglins dumb. I mean, their IQ is high enough to understand trading and bartering, so I think it would definitely be within their IQ range, within their brain capacity to remember soul strong, soul mob bad, soul mob run. By adding another new mob to the Soul Sand Valley, it would also make this biome even more interesting. Currently, we have a skeleton spawning here, enderman, and a bunch of ghasts. It's very cool, but I think this awesome, creepy biome definitely deserves something a little more unique, a little bit more interesting. A Soulfire Ghost would be perfect for this biome. Of course, the Soulfire Ghost would not like the player either, which would make traveling to this biome even more dangerous. I think that would be really, really cool to see. As a player that is really just basically obsessed with building, this last idea might be my favorite one. This idea has to do with wood, specifically more of this stuff. In the very first Nether update snapshot, more wood types were added. There is now going to be a really cool looking blue wood type and a very cool looking red wood type as well. Now these wood types come from the brand new Nether trees, the blue warped tree and the red crimson tree. Now, those trees are sort of considered mushrooms. If we grab this stuff, that's a stem, that's a stem. This stuff isn't really leaves, right? I mean, this stuff doesn't burn, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a mushroom, not really a tree. Now, speaking of mushrooms, we do have this mushroom and this mushroom as well. I think it would be the perfect time to add a brand new wood type for both of these mushrooms into the game, considering the fact that the Nether update will be giving these two strange mushroom tree things a full set of wood. Doors, slabs, signs, and all. In my opinion, to make the argument of these two giant trees being mushrooms even more believable, all of the wood does not burn. The stuff is not flammable at all. That's not a normal property of wood. So for the sake of this idea, let's go ahead and call those two big cool looking things right there mushrooms. Boom, good. I'm glad we got that out of the way. So now that that's all cleared up, these two mushrooms definitely deserve new wood types. To start, these mushrooms are fine as is. There would be no change needed to these structures at all. If the giant brown mushroom were to get its own wood type, I imagine this wood would be similar to spruce in tone, but maybe a little bit lighter. This wood tone would be in between spruce and oak. I think that would look pretty cool and would be crazy useful for building. The red mushroom would definitely be a whole lot more interesting because this wood type would be an intense red. Like I'm talking way more red than this crimson color right there. It would be really cool for building. It would be like this bright red tone, maybe with a little bit of white in there too, but redwood, oh man, count me in. That would be awesome. Or I guess it could end up being like acacia wood and hard to work with. I'm not too sure. To make things even better, the new brown mushroom and red mushroom wood type would come with a full set of wood variants. So fence gates, doors, fences, signs, buttons, everything. That would be amazing. To make things even more cool, the new wood types coming from the brown mushroom and the red mushroom wouldn't be burnable, just like those weird nether mushrooms over there. That would mean that these mushrooms would then need to be unflammable themselves. I can't remember, are they flammable? It's been a while since I burnt a dark oak forest down. I mean, I don't know, I'm a very build-oriented player. I like to build, and when building, I like having more options. And having more wood types is really big because wood is used in pretty much every single build of mine. So, I don't know, I think that would be really cool to see, and if I'm being honest, this is probably a reach, but definitely my most favorite idea that I've talked about in this video. And so elites, here we are, we've made it to the outro. If you watched this video all the way through, I've got to say, big shout out to you, I really do appreciate it. Which idea was your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. Would you like to see a part 2? If the answer to that question is yes, let me know by dropping a like and subscribing. Easy and free. If you really love my videos and you'd like to support me directly, then I do have merch. The merch is super cool looking, right down below the video, check it out. And I do also have a Patreon if you're super generous and you'd like to help me each and every month. Today, I'd like to send a big shout out, a big thank you to my patron, Eric the Creeper. Thank you very much for the support, my guy. To be clear, everything in this video was just an idea. Nothing is confirmed quite yet. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, stay cool, elites. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.